Welcome, everybody, to the wrestling show that will have a name soon in 2026. I promise you.
Whoa.
It's coming. It's coming. I'm already
Breaking news to start the show.
Yeah, I'm working some things out. I've been testing some things. So I will be shooting you some names very soon. Okay?
Oh boy.
Right?
Oh boy.
We will have a name. We will have a name. But we are
maybe by then we'll have an audience too. Hey, no,
exactly. That is slow building, Josh.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
You know, you have to build it slow. But yeah, we are wrestling fans. We love wrestling. My good friend Josh Tariff is here with me. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. You know, holiday season, getting all,
we don't care about that.
Bunkered. Oh, I was getting my hot cocoa. You know, was gonna sing some carols, open some presents.
I have my seasons beating shirt on. Yeah.
All right. Well, you're just a violent one over the holidays, aren't you?
I'm a Grinch. I hate Christmas. I do.
Why do you hate Christmas?
Because it's a let me tell you something. When you talk about propaganda holidays, it is the worst. People put themselves in debt for no freaking reason. I'm sick of it. You got no money throughout the year, and then all of a sudden you're scrambling to find money just to be able to get people's gifts. And the thing that I don't like is that you can go ahead and go sacrifice for the children, right? Do it for the kids. But when you have grown people upset that they're not getting a Christmas gift, grow up, okay? Grow up and get your own damn gift. That's how I see it. It's just enough.
Someone's gotten coal for several Christmases.
Listen, I've gotten coal because I've asked for it. Give me coal because
I want to see a list that you have written to Santa that asked for coal.
First off, I knew that Santa didn't exist since I was like 5 years old.
Whoa. I don't know what you're talking about right now, but that's some crazy talk.
In my household, okay, I saw my sweet mother putting gifts under the tree. I said, "You dastardly woman."
Well, Mom and Dad can put gifts as well, but then Santa has his own stash.
Yeah. I think Santa's Santa's one of those like mob bosses that just sends his minions out. That's what I think it is. You know, and if they get caught, right, they have to go ahead and say plausible deniability. Yes, there is no Santa Claus, because if they do say Santa Claus's name, then they might get taken out and smoked.
I'm now just imagining a Santa Claus breaking somebody's legs with a sack, with a Santa sack.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. If you say my name, if you tell them that I'm
Joe
here,
Hendry?
No. But if you tell them that I exist, I'm gonna send Rudolph to, do the thing.
Do that again. What was that with the mouth and snapping? What'd you just do there? Do all that again.
No.
That was really smooth, whatever that was.
I'm a smooth guy. I'm just letting you know.
No, that was the first example of smoothness I've ever seen out of you.
That is absolute BS. Okay? Absolute BS. You know, this is Christmas time. You're supposed to be giving and nice.
And you're talking about forget Christmas and gifts and all that. You're the one.
That's me.
But I should still give.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You can't have.
How about you turn your phone notifications off so they don't run during the podcast as well?
Well, listen, I have it hooked up to the Bluetooth. That's what happened. Listen, I don't know if we have a lot to talk about today, Josh, but we are going to discuss a little bit of Austin Theory. You know, we are going to have our own end of the year awards. We're probably going to put in some other stuff, and
incredibly prestigious awards, I might add.
Incredibly prestigious. You know, we thought these through, and so it's going to be very interesting. We're going to talk about Ric Flair. You know, there's some stuff out there that's just like, really, but I feel bad for the people that spent their money, but then I don't, because you should know what you're buying. I'm just, yeah. So what are we leading off with, Mr. Tariff? Go ahead, shoot.
Oh, I mean, since we'll have fun with those awards and Flair, let's just talk about Austin Theory. Let's just get this part.
So we leave the fun stuff at the end, and we
have
to go ahead and just like.
We want to rip the Band-Aid off.
Right.
We want to rip the Band-Aid off to then get to all the fun stuff.
Sure.
So Austin Theory had his first match back in a number of months on Raw, where he teamed with Brodus Clay against CM Punk and Rey Mysterio.
Brodus Clay?
Did I say Brodus Clay? He became
Brodus Clay.
became a Funkadactyl. And Bronson Reed, my apologies to the Tribal Thief.
Oh, man. That's a good one.
Where the hell did Brodus Clay come out of? But the big story with it wasn't the match. Okay, yeah. The story that, hey, can the Vision trust him now that they know he's the Masked Man? He has a segment with Paul Heyman that, let's be honest, kind of fell flat. It was a type of thing where it's just like, okay, what you're saying is fine. I get it. I don't understand the long cadences and why you're speaking so slowly.
Yeah.
And I just don't feel it, and the crowd isn't feeling it. And right now, if you pull up the TikToks and the Instagrams and all the other social media platforms, a lot of people are speculating where this Austin Theory stuff is going to go. Now, you and I have talked about, he could just be a member of the Vision, or maybe it's something specifically from Logan Paul.
Yeah,
with him,
like he's Logan Paul's guy,
right? Other people on social media seem to have a different thought.
Now, is this just regular, the internet wrestling community, or are we talking about dirt sheet stuff? What are we talking about exactly?
I think it's a combination.
Okay,
where their prediction or thoughts with this are that Austin Theory is doing an inside job for Seth Rollins.
So we're
trying to destroy the Vision within since they turned on Rollins.
So we're gonna get another Rollins swerve possibly.
Well, it's a swerve in regards to Rollins comes back as a face, and Austin Theory is really a face, trying to, help Rollins while he's out with injury, destroy the Vision.
But then what? All right, if this is let's go ahead and just play into this storyline.
Sure.
Right? If this is the case, then what happens to Theory once Rollins comes back?
He's just Rollins' buddy. He's just his guy.
So are they a tag team?
I don't think he'd be a tag team with him. I think he would just be, his go-to
guy.
His
underling?
Yeah. Which who does that help? Nobody.
No one.
So that's why I'm still leaning a little against this idea, but a lot of people were posting about it. So I was throwing it out there to you with your thoughts of what if, and you're doing the right thing, by the way, by thinking, okay, what happens next and what happens next. Yeah. But if we're just looking at the here and now, does the thought of Theory being someone trying to destroy the Vision from within entice you any more with this storyline than what we were currently having?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so.
Because the reason why, and this is my reasoning behind it, is that I don't believe that the Vision is strong to try to be able to take down they're this juggernaut of a stable. I don't look at them that way. I believe that the Vision, since Rollins has gone down, has been force-fed to the audience to make us believe that they're supposed to be this legit stable, and it just hasn't come off as such. Mm-hmm. It's just okay, you guys are here on Raw. Okay, you gotta go ahead and it's not connecting for me. It feels like the tail end of or not even the tail end. It feels like the whole bloodline thing after WrestleMania culmination, when it just continued and now Solo is taking it, and that's what it feels like to me. It's just okay, but all right. How long is this going to go until we can just move on to something else?
Right.
And that's where we are. I kind of feel like Raw is in this holding pattern with the Vision because they're not having compelling rivalries with anybody. I feel terrible for CM Punk because this is CM Punk is trying to make this as interesting as possible. Paul Heyman is trying to create intrigue with this, and it's just not connecting at all. It really isn't. You know what I mean? Like for Poor Theory, 2 weeks in a row, his reveal, and then he had his little segment with Paul Heyman. Both don't hit, and it's just like, where do you go now? What can he possibly do to be able to get the fans to say something? Like not even just like
reunite with Grayson Waller.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just I am just waiting for this whole Vision thing to be over. Like that's just how I am. It's kind of like when Rollins had his when he was doing the other stable. What was it called?
The Authority?
No, not the Authority. When he was
the Messiah.
Yeah. That had potential, but they cut it short. Like they should have had him have like 10 guys under him, and he's really this Messiah, and they turn it into a cult type of thing, which they never did.
Well,
so,
and who was one of the key guys that he had under him?
Well, my man Buddy Matthews.
And
it was who else was it?
It was Austin Theory.
Austin Theory. Right.
So that's why there's the rumors of the connection.
Got it. So yeah, I'm just that's where I'm at with it, Josh. I'm just waiting for it to be over.
Which is not a good feeling to have, especially when you got one of the guys in that group having the biggest match of his career in a week and a half or 2 weeks.
Which he will lose.
And now, is he going to lose clean?
No.
So then how does he lose? Does he lose because Austin Theory makes a mistake?
Correct.
So then that pushes further the story of Theory destroying the Vision within.
Yeah. Or we get a return of somebody to be able to thwart Braun Breaker's title run or title win. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Yeah would be coming back for the guy that I called Brodus Clay earlier, apparently, in Bronson Reed. So I don't know if him ruining Braun Breaker's chances makes the most sense with that story.
Well, I mean, if it's the Vision, he's just trying to hurt the Vision, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm literally just trying to create intrigue from this god-awful storyline that just needs to die. It needs to die a horrible death in a fiery car with no fire extinguisher. Just let it go. It's one of, like, for me, to be honest with you, Josh, I think that this is one of the most cringe, force-fed storylines that WWE has given us in quite some time to make us have to feel something, right? Mm-hmm. Like the Shield, they were great, right? Like the way they moved, how they did things, even the intrigue, putting CM Punk in there, where they were like, are these Punk guys? Like, what's going on here, right? All of that was cool. You had Evolution. I think every stable is trying to take that model and recreate it, and you can't because of the special guys you had in there, and it just worked, right? Everything that they did worked because the young talent, everybody was invested in them, and they were believable, and they started to develop these character arcs by themselves to the point where now they can be able to go off by themselves. Remember, like, I never forget I can't remember what year it was. SummerSlam, Randy Orton versus Chris Benoit for the World Heavyweight Championship.
That was 2004.
2004. That was one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. And
you mean the match where Randy Orton found the World Heavyweight title?
Right. You know what I mean? Like it's one of the greatest matches you'll ever see from a young guy in the ring with arguably one of the best wrestlers that have ever walked the planet, right? Like outside of anything else, like, and the character arc, the building of those characters, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
We're not getting that because why? These guys are good in their own right, but they're not as intriguing as some other stables that had other characters. And that's the problem, is that I like Braun Breaker, right? I think he's good, but I don't think he's what they want him to be. And that's where I'm kind of just like, I like you, but I don't think you're who they want you to be or who they think you should be. I don't see that. I don't see that.
I think it's fascinating that I right now am far more into. I'm not just talking about like the wrestling or matches per se, because that I've definitely had at different times, but I'm more into the story circling around the women's tag team titles.
Yes.
Than I am the world heavyweight title.
There's a lot of intrigue there.
There's a ton of intrigue.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're adding like different things with the stories and that. Meanwhile, for the world heavyweight title right now, you're having Punk versus Braun, which, you know, Braun says he's coming after Punk, but Punk has been a little preoccupied or not treating it the same. And now he's mad at Gunther. But Braun Breaker isn't fully focusing on it because they're dealing with Logan Paul and his stuff. And now they got Austin Theory with his stuff and they're questioning Paul Heyman. And it's just like, well, where's the story or intrigue that I'm supposed to get behind heading into that match? Women's tag titles, I can get behind this team, this team, this team, or this team. And they all make a viable case for it. Yep. And this match is going to be incredible when they do this four-way.
And on top of that, the dynamic teams, the teams look so different.
Yes.
And that's what's so intriguing about it. You know what I mean?
And then even, you know, even when you go to the other titles as well. So I mean, you know, women's Intercontinental, Maxine and Becky Lynch, definitely intrigued by it.
Yeah.
You know, the US Open Challenge, because obviously it's a very different style, but we're intrigued by that. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, they don't have any real feuds, but they're just, hey, we'll take on all comers and just having great matches with everybody. I'm more intrigued by that right now.
You need workhorse guys that can be able to just put on bangers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm more intrigued with all these things than I am with the main title.
Yeah. And that's my concern, is that Punk is at a stage in his career where Punk can be able, he's always been able to tell a great story, right? Mm-hmm. And he can be able to get the most out of a young guy and be able to tell a compelling story. That's always been his talent. I don't care how old he is. I don't care how, like, that's his thing. We saw it with Drew. That was, you know, we're going to talk about it later. That's one of my awards, right? But I don't think that they're giving it the chance to have Punk put his seal on this thing. Mm-hmm. And because there's just too many moving parts, they're trying to do too many roads, and it's like, focus on what's happening. Braun Breaker is going after the championship.
Right.
He wants to take out CM Punk. He has a beef with CM Punk. He wants to be the guy. That's what the focus should be. Everything else should just be subplots, but they need to focus more on what the actual story is. Mm-hmm. And think about it. We still haven't even gotten a face-to-face between Punk and Braun yet.
I mean, Braun speared Punk on Raw, but that's the extent of what we have. We have not had any face-to-face promos.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like we need that in order to say, okay, what's the deal here?
They got one more Raw to do it.
Yeah. But that in itself bothers me too, Josh, because it's like, why do you have to wait for the last Raw before the pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Like you should be building several face-to-face promos with each other, not just one.
Yes.
There should be one that Braun is leading, and then the other one Punk comes out, and then now we have this this crescendo of both of these guys, exchanging jabs, and now people are oh, okay, are they gonna get to blows? Are they gonna fight now? Like what? But you get the spear now. It's like, okay, well, you put the cart before the horse. Like it's like that's my issue.
Mm-hmm.
That's my issue. We're too old wrestling fans, and we've seen feuds be done the right way, and when they're not done the right way, it just shocks your brain. Like, oh, why are you guys doing this? Why?
Well, and I like how you brought that, because you can have the feuds done in a different way, because that could be, refreshing, or kind of turns you for a loop. Oh, I wasn't expecting this. But then a wrong way doesn't mean a different way, because different ways can still be good.
Yes.
But there's, hey, we're trying something and we're trying to push it down your throats.
Yes.
But no one responded from the beginning, and no one's responding now, yet we're still doing it. Exactly. That's when it's being done wrong.
Yeah, it's like they're just plowing through, knowing that it's not working.
Right.
Still trying to get to the end. And it's like, okay, well, if it's not working towards the end, what makes you think that people are going to be invested in the end?
Yeah.
So that's just my concern, is that I just think that right now, again, that term again, holding pattern. We need some young talent on Raw that are getting highlighted, that are creating different things and creating intrigue in the main event scene. We're having the same guys in the main event scene, and if you're not telling different stories, everybody's just going to be like, yeah, okay, what now? So,
yep.
Yeah. What else we got? What's next?
I mean, you were very insistent on wanting to make sure that we talked about a certain 16-time world heavyweight champion, a nature boy, if you will.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, Josh. I didn't recognize Ric Flair. I thought that was Joe Namath. I didn't know who it was. I was like, is that Joe? I want to kiss you. I want to kiss you. Like like what? Listen.
Well, first off, for the people listening and watching that have no idea who Joe Namath is, because you're only wrestling fans.
How can they not?
There are plenty of people who are only wrestling fans that don't know about a football quarterback for the Jets that played 50 plus years ago.
I guess I'm too New York. That's what it is. I'm too New York. Well, Joe Namath was one of the greatest quarterbacks in our history. All right.
And that's pushing it.
Well, he's our only. Okay.
Well, as far as in Jets history, yes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Jets history.
You said in our history. I'm like,
yes,
well.
yes. I'm not talking about nobody else. Just the Jets. But yeah, it's, I'm seeing outrage online, and look, I understand it. When a person gets older and they continue to have these issues and it's on public display, people are going to have their opinions. They're going to go ahead and blah, blah, blah. But newsflash, people, if you don't know, let me just come in closer. This is Ric Flair we're talking about. This is a guy that survived the plane crash. This is a guy that should not be here right now multiple times over. Do you actually think that he cares about what anybody says online about him at this point? And my thing is, if you know that this has been Ric Flair for the last X amount of years, that he's really gone off the bender, why would you spend money and give it to him and expect something different? Like that's the definition of insanity, is that what's happening, but yet you still say, maybe he's going to give me something different. Okay, cool. Go ahead and just throw your money away then. Mm-hmm. Like, well, what did you think was going to happen? I see the stories. People are posting all these cameo videos.
Do you have the clip pulled up at all by chance, or no?
I don't.
Okay.
But maybe I can be able to get it. Let me see.
Okay. So yeah, while you're trying to get that, I mean, my thought with this is, hey, if you're doing a cameo, you put in a request for someone to talk about something.
Yeah.
Well, you're putting your money out there for them to talk about said thing however they please. If
Correct.
it's just read it word for word, they're going to read it word for word.
Or ad-lib it.
If they're going to ad-lib it, they're going to ad-lib it. The key thing is, if you're paying money for a service, they are going to, as long as they convey whatever the message is that you requested, then it's done. You can't complain about how he or she delivers it.
Agreed. I definitely agree with that. So I have found the video.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and watch this. Oh, Rick, bless your heart.
And set the stage for people who don't know. What was it in regards to? What was he?
So somebody sent him $1,000 or almost nearly $1,000 to do a cameo video for his brother's wedding.
Okay.
So his brother is getting married. His brother's a big Ric Flair fan, so he thought that it would be cool to have Ric Flair give him some kind words about him getting married.
Got it.
And you're asking a guy that's been married 19 times to be able to give you kind words about being married while he's on a bender.
Yeah. Does he have more world heavyweight titles or ex-wives? It's neck and neck.
I think it might be ex-wives. So let's go ahead and play this and see how it goes.
To my man Eric from Tina, fam, and the military boy. Woo! I guess this is a beautiful gift. I'm not sure why. Oh, bachelor gift. Gotcha, man. Eric has a tattoo of your famous. Woo! God, Eric, so many women do. So many do. Now he's getting married. Oh my God. Why would you get married, motherfucker? It's the worst possible commitment you could do. Because as of the day you get married, 50% of everything is hers. I don't care how beautiful she is. Stay her girlfriend. It's family, Tina, and the military boys. Want to wish him the best of luck. Matt says diamonds are forever, and so is Ric Flair. And that's the God's honest truth, brother. I'm a diamond. I'm forever. I've overstayed my welcome, and my name is Ric Flair. Woo!
Listen, if there's one thing that Ric Flair said that's accurate in that entire cameo, diamonds are forever. And so
is Ric Flair.
He will never retire.
I just want to point out.
I
do just want to point out that I myself am also on Cameo.
Nice.
And I am much cheaper than Ric Flair. And I would give you positive reinforcement about your wedding.
Yeah, send Josh $1,000.
You could send it to me. Sure. I mean, hell, I think I'm on there for $20 right now. And I'll even be Christian Rosenberg if you want me to be.
Right.
But first off, I couldn't help but watch like the couple women that were behind him in the camera that are just like trying to go about their day and just be like, oh, there he goes again. All right, there's Rick being Rick.
Oh, man.
That
was good.
But again, it goes back to, you know what you're paying for. You're paying a guy who's notoriously been divorced so many times to congratulate someone on getting married. So you already know he's going to talk trash about that part.
Correct.
You should also be under the assumption he's going to be intoxicated.
Correct.
And you'll get a woo in there because that he knows is what the money's for.
That last woo was pretty good.
So I really don't know what this person can complain about. This is what you're signing up for when you're getting a cameo from Ric Flair.
Yeah, and listen, look, I can understand how the brother is embarrassed to be able to present this to his brother that's getting married. But if I'm a Ric Flair fan,
I would love this.
I play this and I'm fine with it because
I play it at the wedding.
Yeah, it's Ric Flair. Like, it's literally this is what he will. Even if Ric Flair was 55 years old, you're still getting some semblance of the same type of promo. It may not be him slurring like this, but he's still going to do some wild shit. So that's all I'm saying is that you got to know what you're paying for. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
You absolutely do.
So
you absolutely
I just think it's fake outrage. If you want to be mad about it and try to complain to see if Cameo can be able to give you your money back, they're not. So,
and nor should they. You chose to spend that much money. You could have bought something else with that much money. Absolutely. This is what you chose to do, and that's what you got.
Absolutely. So, that was
and you can instead you could send it to me and I will make you 50 different cameos for that price.
Or they can send you the money and then you can be able to imitate Ric Flair and have it done the way he wants it.
For $1,000, I will absolutely imitate. It won't be a good imitation, but I'll do one for $1,000.
Woo, brother. Moving on. Yeah, so again, we're just gonna talk about these end of year awards.
We have awards to give out that we just decided about 5 minutes before we started recording to do.
Maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah,
2 minutes. You're giving us too much credit for that.
So we got all the nominations and all the trophies are made.
Yeah,
calls have been made.
Everything's all written out. There's envelopes, the whole nine. You know what I mean? So let's just go with the whole generic ones, right?
Sure.
Women Wrestler of the Year. Shoot.
Your Women's Wrestler of 2025.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm torn between two.
Okay, shoot.
But
there are no rules on this award show.
Well, no, I'm gonna lean towards one. I will give it to Io Sky.
I would second that.
I will give it to Io Sky because she cemented herself in the first chunk of 2025 into WrestleMania, winning that triple threat match with Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. That, hey, no, she is a top person on the roster, not just women's roster, the roster period.
Yeah.
And she maintained that position for the rest of the year, even though like she's quote unquote out of the title picture at the moment based on the stories.
Yeah.
When she comes out, she is still considered, oh, Io Sky's here. Oh, right. And yes, Rhea Ripley is getting the same things, but Rhea Ripley really got that emergence in 2024.
Yeah.
Io got it in 2025. The other person I was torn with, honestly, was Becky. Because
Becky has had a very good run this year.
She has had an awesome run this year.
Yeah.
Upon her return.
Reinvented herself. Like she's been great. She's been great.
But I will give Women's Wrestler of the Year of 2025 to Io Sky. So you should be getting your trophy any moment. We expect a video acceptance speech that you'll post on all your socials about the wrestling podcast that has no name.
Yeah.
And
that's what's going to be written on the trophy.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's already engraved.
Yeah.
So, it should be there any moment.
Exactly. So
are you agreeing with Io, or do you think someone else?
I 100% agree with Io, just because, when she started putting matches together and the buzz started to really, really start to grow. Now everybody's like, oh shit, like, Io was really, really, she's good, man. Like, she can be able to go neck and neck with everybody on the roster, and she's always had that talent. But sometimes when you have a plethora of ladies that are being featured, sometimes some people get lost. Some people do get forgotten about. And we were kind of reintroduced to how good Io Sky is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's really, really held her own, man. I would just love for her to see if she can be able to, speak a little bit more, right? Like, I think that would help her a lot more to be able to just get to another level. You know what I mean? But she's doing an amazing job and had a great year.
Awesome. Okay, so another award then. So we'll keep trying to come up with one. Tag Team of the Year. Who you gonna have for WWE Tag Team of the Year?
WWE Tag Team of the Year. Wow. This one is challenging just because you haven't had a long run of any tag teams like that. Wow. Honestly,
the suspense is killing me.
I think I don't want to go default here, but I'm going Charlotte and what's her name? Alexa Bliss. I think just because they tried to tell a story about they're not friends and blah, 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 like, it was intriguing for me. I don't think that any other tag team intrigued me as much as they did. You know what I mean? Like, it was just and they worked so well together. They had really, really good matches, man. So, I would put them ahead of anybody else, because outside of that, it was just kind of a toss-up. The tag team division in WWE has been struggling for a while, but they made a compelling case for me personally.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about consistency and things like that, I can absolutely see that. I'll pick someone else just to keep some variety.
Yeah.
Even though I do really like your reasoning with that one a lot. Honestly, as you were saying, I'm like, oh no, that does make sense. It probably could be, it should be Charlotte and Alexa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one that's probably more of an oldie but goodie, and I'm gonna say New Day. And I say New Day because this was the year that they went dark.
Yeah.
And they transitioned. And has it gone to its full potential? No, it hasn't. Do they still get the top villain type reactions from the crowd? 100% yes. They got another tag title reign over this year.
Yeah.
They have really gotten under the skins of people. They have now moved Grayson Waller up a little bit with it as well. Their promos are still really hilarious, but in the asshole way hilarious.
Yeah.
So because it was such a unique twist and a new spin on them, and for them to maintain that all year, I will lean with the New Day for it. Okay, but with that said, Charlotte and Alexa, as far as the continuity and the consistency of their matches, like you were saying, I can 100% get behind that one too.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I like your pick too, because I was when you started talking about, I'm like, you know what? They actually did do something that many fans were like clamoring for, that they wanted to see them do something different. For all the years they've been the same type of characters, and they went ahead and actually did something different, and it worked for a while, and still their promos are still getting over. They're still getting some heat. So it just hasn't gone, like you said, the way we thought it would. But shouts to them for even taking that step and trying to put a new wrinkle in their actual characters so late in advance in their particular run. So that's great. Let's see. Newcomer of the year.
So when you say newcomer, is this like new to the main roster?
Yes.
Okay. So I got to think of someone that in 2025 went up to the main roster.
Yeah. Or somebody who just signed and went straight to the main roster.
And then someone who signed who immediately showed up on the main roster.
Right.
Okay.
So all of that's in play. I have mine.
Okay, I'm sure I'm forgetting one or two people. If you got yours so quickly, I'm clearly forgetting somebody. So because of that, I will go with Stephanie Vaquer.
Love that.
I will go with Stephanie Vaquer. Obviously, she's the women's champion. Yeah, the storylines haven't been the best with her since she's won the championship.
Yeah.
But all her matches are incredible. Her finisher is great. And, the international crowds ate her up. And she's been absolutely dominant since joining the main roster this year. So, again, based on you being so confident with this, I'm sure there are a couple names that I'm not thinking of that debuted on the main roster this year.
Yeah.
So I will stick with Stephanie Vaquer. And now tell me the name that you're thinking. I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, that happened this year.
I am going with Penta.
Oh, yeah, that was this year. Yeah, that is I'll absolutely.
Listen, his presentation.
It's
kudos
impeccable
to WWE for making him feel like a big deal right out the gate.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is how you debut somebody, because everybody who knows wrestling understands how great Penta is, right? But WWE's packaging makes you it just makes you superhuman sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the packaging that they put him into, it was just great. It just made you realize that, this dude is big time, and now he's on the big stage being able to highlight and showcase his ability. So it's Penta, like, hands down for me. I know he's been banged up with injuries and stuff like that, but he's still a guy that is must see TV every time he's on the TV.
And I will say, I thought of one other while you were explaining that.
Yeah.
Where some people are going to be angry at us for not giving this person this award, and others are going to be like, well, no, he shouldn't be getting this award because it's a little controversial. But you know what? We got to tip our cap to Grande Americano.
That's your guy.
That's the guy right there.
Forgive me. How can I forget?
Yeah.
Forgive me.
All right. Moment of the year. I have two of them, and I have a feeling you're going to say one of them, and I'm going to say the other then.
Moment of the year. Well, I mean, obviously, it's the default one that got everybody's ears pinned back, and it's the John Cena heel turn.
That was one of the two. Yep.
That was, to me, the biggest moment of the year, because it was just like, Cena's bad now? What?
I was at a wrestling-themed bar in Vegas for Elimination Chamber. It's a small bar, but it was packed. It probably had 40 to 50 people in the small bar.
Yeah.
All of us watching this, and the entire bar went nuts.
Yeah.
When this happened. That to me is truly like the best singular moment of the year. And if there was one moment to possibly compete with it as far as the biggest shocking signified moment, is John Cena tapping out.
Yeah, because that is still angering a lot of people.
Yeah. So I know that one's a little more recency bias.
Yeah.
But really, when you think in the WWE for this calendar year, how can you argue the top two moments in wrestling were not with John Cena?
Right.
I mean, were there other moments? Of course there were, but with anything that made you talk for days like those two moments, the answer is no.
Yeah. I have an interesting one.
All right.
Most overrated in 2025.
So you're trying to get me heat. Gotcha. All right.
And it doesn't have to necessarily be my reasoning for overrated. It's
yeah.
So
who would I classify as someone who's been overrated this year.
Right. Like it could be like somebody's push who's been force fed that hasn't really gone the right way, and it's just like, yeah, you know.
Okay. I have one. I don't know if it would be the one,
Yeah.
but one that came to mind is Wyatt Six.
Oh, you're the man. You're the man. Yeah.
And the reason that I'm saying that is just because they never wrestle.
Yeah. At some point, you gotta wrestle.
Right. You've been tag champs for X amount of months and maybe defended it twice. But more so with it, like Uncle Howdy, like everyone hyping. Now, I get part of the year he might have been hurt, allegedly. So obviously can't do it if you're hurt. But everyone thinking, oh, it's Uncle Howdy. Oh, no, watch out for Uncle Howdy, Uncle Howdy, Uncle Howdy. Why am I intimidated by Uncle Howdy if I don't see him win matches?
Right.
So I would lean on that one. I know there are probably clear arguments for some other people, but that was the first one that popped to mind when you brought that up.
It's a good one.
Who'd you come up with?
Tiffany Stratton.
Whoa. She's only lost once all year.
I understand, but the push has been overrated to me.
Interesting.
I just like her character. She's talented, right? She does have the potential to be good, but to put her in that spot as early as they did, it seemed very forced and overrated to me because she's not that good on the mic yet. And we saw some limitations with her. We saw that whole Charlotte debacle. It was pretty bad. Like there has been some missteps with her, and it just didn't hit for me. So I do believe that her push was pretty overrated for me.
All right, here's a fun one. Best fan reaction of the year.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Now I have to go rack my brain. Best fan reaction.
It's got to be something outside of the U.S.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about as far as like the cheers, the chants, the pop.
What town were they in when the night after Cena turned heel was a big night? Was that Paris?
When he came out,
he returned to Raw.
Or was that Belgium?
Was that Belgium? I think it was Belgium.
Because I remember, like with the sad Cena kid,
yeah,
that was Belgium. But I don't remember if that was the one right after.
Okay, well, whatever one that was, that's the one that I remember.
I think that was Belgium.
That's what I remember. Yeah.
Okay.
That was pretty interesting because that was one that people were waiting for, and the tenseness that was in the building that night. That was good. That was good. Yeah.
I know this isn't the top one, but it's the one that stuck out to me.
Yeah, that's good. That's fine.
And that was Bronson Reed in Australia, where he beat Roman Reigns. And I know that's not the biggest one that happened of the year.
That place went crazy.
But they went crazy, and you had the moment of the Australian boy beating the unbeatable guy.
The face of the company.
The face of the company who has only been pinned twice in the last 4+ years.
Right.
And you had that happen in his home country.
Right.
I just think that was a great fan moment for wrestling in Australia to have that moment.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's the one that popped into my mind with it.
Here's a hard one. I don't know if you're going to be able to figure this one out, and maybe both of us might be stumped. Feud of the year.
Feud of the year. Feud of the year. I think it's a problem that we're both stumped. Because there weren't feuds that truly stuck out to that extent.
Nothing.
I will go back to like the beginning of the year, and I'll go Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, to your point, it's like, okay, well, obviously there are feuds, but nothing was just so like gravitating. Even with Cena's farewell tour, none of like the specific feuds that he had were just like, oh, this is the monumental feud per se.
Yeah.
So off the top of my head, I'll go with Owens and Zayn. And if I think of another one while you're giving your answer, I will give it. But right now I'll say Owens and Zayn.
I'm gonna go Naomi and my girl. What's her name?
Oh, Jade.
Jade
Cargill. Okay.
Jade Cargill, yeah.
I can see that.
I like that feud just because it had story. There was intrigue. There was some people are guessing it, a little bit. Obviously, it's carryover for the following year, but they did have some stuff that was in 2025 that we did see. So that's why I would say.
I'll give one other for like an honorable mention.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Dominic and AJ Styles.
Very good.
Because
the comedy relief of it.
Comic relief, and the fact that there was comic relief, but then Dom always one-upped AJ.
Yeah.
And AJ could never seem to figure it out.
Yeah.
So I'll give an honorable mention to that. Okay. Match of the year.
Match of the year. I don't want to. I don't want to think about the default ones, right? I'm trying to go deeper than that because I can always go here and pick from those, but trying to be different. Man. Maybe I'm going to have to take it.
Take it.
Oh, no. I won't go there. I think for me, when I watched that match, I think that you got everything that you wanted out of it. CM Punk Gunther SummerSlam.
Oh, okay.
I think that to me, because I was in the building that night. Cena and Cody tore the house down. It was a great match.
Yes.
But CM Punk and Gunther had the match of the night to me. And I think that's one of the, if I'm going to highlight everything that is encompassing of a wrestling match, storyline, great finish, fan reaction, the fans being into it, everything about it, Punk Gunther SummerSlam.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely a good choice. With me, when a match has been dubbed a love letter to wrestling, I don't know how it cannot be the best match of the year. So for me, it's Cena and AJ.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking about that
to
one
me,
too.
That dubbed the love letter to wrestling.
Yeah.
And I can see why. And I just thoroughly enjoyed every moment of that. And obviously the crowd was into it, of course, with the Firefly moment.
Yeah.
With it as well.
Yeah, it was cool.
So yeah, to me, match of the year was for that one last time. And even the intro that AJ got with it.
Yeah.
Every ounce of that match was a love letter to wrestling.
Yeah, nah, that was pretty good, man. Cena AJ, there was one of the best feuds in wrestling history. Like those were great matches.
Yeah,
great matches.
And what's great was it was never a one-sided feud.
Correct. And that's what you like. That's what
Yeah.
you like. The fact that you had some back and forth. You know what I mean? Because AJ was the face that ran the place for a little while. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, it was cool. I guess we're gonna get silly here because you had said one that had me laughing off camera, and we're gonna go with it. What was the name of it?
Oh, you tell me. We're off camera. I don't remember what it could have been. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was what is it? Wrestler to be future endeavor.
I mean, that's more of a superlative than an award.
That's exactly. So we'll skip
so,
that.
That's more of like a prediction in 2026 and what's going to happen.
We'll leave our predictions, right? Let's see.
We can save that one. Our next show in January, we'll do like our 2026 predictions.
Right.
And we'll save that one for there.
We'll save that one. Good one. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. And I think we kind of like talked about it a little bit. Best entrance of 2025.
Ooh.
That's a tough one.
Entrance.
Yeah.
So and this doesn't just mean like one person regularly coming out, just like one specific entrance of theirs.
Yeah, specific entrance of a specific show. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So again, the first one that pops out is Cena at SummerSlam.
Yes.
Because that was the end of the heel run. So
Right.
the first time it started all black, and then all the colors came out, and Cena went out going nuts.
Went crazy.
Went absolute crazy.
Yeah.
Absolute crazy. I'll also, just for fun, throw in Obafemi at Saturday Night's Main Event. Was that going to be yours? That was going to be yours? Because that was a picture-perfect entrance.
Listen, when you talk about debuting, that's how you do it.
That's the entrance you want.
That thing, right? People are still talking about that entrance right now. That it made him a star. I don't even care if he had a botch fest in the ring. He was still the man that night because that entrance had everybody like, who the hell is this guy? Who's this dude? Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was my winner. Obafemi, Saturday Night's Main Event. That was great. It was great.
I'm trying to think of a good way to word this. Okay, I can't think of a good way to word it, so I'll just say it. Worst moment of the year.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. I like that. Now I need some context. Moment in regards to finish.
It could be of a turn. It could be at a finish of a match.
Okay.
It could be a twist in the storyline.
Yeah.
Different options with that.
Worst moment. My goodness, there's so many.
I have one, and I'm curious. No, you get to go first with it.
Okay.
But I'm just curious if you're even going to classify mine as a moment. I'm just going to leave it at that.
All right. Worst moment. Ooh. I am going to say, and this is going to be very controversial.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to say Jey Uso tapping out Gunther at WrestleMania. I hated every moment of that. Every moment of it.
It's so interesting because so many people would consider that the best moment of the year, but then it's what happened after.
Yeah.
But I totally get what you mean by that
because like that should never happen to Gunther in regards to that scenario. It didn't fit. It didn't fit the story of doing that. And that's when they were backstage and be like,
hey, you tap out to that, we'll let you tap out Cena. Cool?
Right.
All right.
You know what I mean?
We agree? All right, cool.
It definitely had to be a wink thing. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm watching, I'm just like, what? No, that's not how you do it. That's not the way you're supposed to do it. So that to me left a sour taste in my mouth, and I didn't like it.
Well, mine kind of has to do with that as well. Not to the extent as far as Jey Uso winning.
Yeah.
But it's the announcement of the Last Time Is Now tournament. Because we see the wrestlers, we already knew before the tournament started.
Who was going to win?
Gunther's winning.
Yeah.
So why do we need this tournament?
Yeah.
Because to me, that made the build for Cena's final match extremely lackluster. Now, the match itself, we talked about, previous show. We loved the match itself. But the build for it made it extremely lackluster because we already knew, okay, we're going to do this tournament for the next 6 to 8 weeks, but we already know who's winning it. So why are we doing this?
Right. No, I agree 100%. All right, let's end on this one.
All right.
And this is going to be wide-ranging.
Okay.
Main roster, NXT, and maybe we can even put in TNA just because they're an affiliate. Male superstar of the year.
Why is this so difficult?
You know what it is? Because there's pockets of guys having moments.
Yeah.
So that's why you're probably having like maybe a flood of names at one time, and you can't really pinpoint one.
Yeah. Because honestly, the only one that popped into my mind for thinking 2025 wrestler of the year specifically for 2025 was Hangman Adam Page.
Right.
but you specified WWE, NXT with TNA.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough to say someone had a better year than Joe Hendry.
Right.
I wouldn't put him as wrestler of the year.
Yeah.
But it's hard to beat the year that he had.
Yeah. But it truly is. It's not an easy answer. No. I have mine though.
Jeez. And again, you would think the obvious choice would be someone like Cody or Cena or something like that. And it's
no.
No,
I mean,
it's not.
You could go Cena just because it was the year of Cena, right?
Right.
You can go default that, but it's too easy.
Yeah. I mean, I think because you specifically mentioned you wanted to include NXT, that your wrestler of the year is Obafemi.
No. I just made sure I casted a wide net to make you think a lot more because you are a big fan of a certain guy who you might have thought that, you know what, he might be on the radar of superstar of the year just because of how highly WWE thinks of him.
Now you're really throwing me off. Because I can't tell if that was sarcasm or not.
No, it wasn't sarcasm. I was just trying to give you a hint. It's not my pick, but I think that you would be comfortable with a pick like this.
I mean, that to me implies someone like Braun Breaker as wrestler of the year. And I could see him being wrestler of the year for 2026.
Yeah. I think I'll just give it to you. I would have thought that you would have thought about a guy like Javon Evans.
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
No,
I was wrong. Wrong.
I could see him being like the breakthrough guy for next year.
Yeah.
I mean, he's incredible, and he's on every single program right now.
He really is. That's why I kind of casted the wide net. But I have mine.
All right. I got mine. I got my superstar of the year.
Go ahead.
Dominic Mysterio.
That's fine. We got it. That was mine. Dominic Mysterio, to me, had the best 2025 of any male wrestler in WWE. He was the man this year. Start to finish.
And how often is someone the best and the man, of the year
and not the champion
and never the heavyweight champion?
Right.
Won the IC title twice.
Yeah.
But had had the continue story thing with Liv.
Yeah.
But then when Liv went on the shelf, he still catapulted himself even further. Then with the AAA partnership, helped solidify that even more. The feud with Cena, the feud with AJ Styles, winning the IC title at Mania. Dominic Mysterio. And Dominic Mysterio could very well also be Wrestler of the Year in 2026 because he's so young.
Absolutely. So we were spot on with that. We were lockstep with that one because
let's mention something though. None of these awards that we gave that are so incredibly prestigious, again, by the way, like beyond prestigious. None of these awards went to Cody, went to Roman, went to Punk, went to Drew, went to Brock. I wouldn't think any would go to Brock. No positive one went to Jey Uso. None went to LA Knight.
Because he had a horrible year.
But think about it, these are all the guys that they're throwing at us.
That's the message, right? Is that they gave you the big stars and they put them in front of your face week in and week out, and it flopped big time. Not everybody, but as a collective, was not a good year. I mean, I'm a big Roman fan. My son is named after Roman Reigns. That is my guy. And even me, I have Roman Reigns fatigue because it's like, okay, you come back, you get written off TV, you come back, you get written off TV, it's like, dude, if you're just going to keep, like, this is not a good formula for people to like want to see you come back. Have something else happen.
Yeah.
Or just stay away and then come back and make this nice run where you're here legitimately for a good 5-month stretch. And then you go away again. But for you to just this was the worst year of Roman Reigns booking in his career. It really was.
Sure, absolutely.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
And you can say that for a lot of guys on the roster in 2025. This was a bad booking WWE year. And it's a blessing that young guys like Dominic, like Javon Evans, like Ricky Saints, like Obafemi, we can be able to now look at these guys and say, at some point, we need to see them in the main roster because it's time to have this new infusion of youth on this roster, because what we're getting from the booking is just vanilla, and they're not even giving us any sprinkles. They're just like, we're going to give you vanilla because you like it. No, I don't like it. I like chocolate. Well, you're going to get vanilla anyway. Like, that's all they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing has been good when it comes to the top superstars in WWE. And that's unfortunate. It really is, because with all that talent, you would think that they would have a myriad and so many great storylines that have come out of it. And it's been the worst storylines the entire year. It's just been bad. So, yeah.
Well, I want to know from all of our wonderful listeners and viewers, do you agree with these awards that we gave out? Do you agree with who we selected? Did we forget something, or are you thinking, oh, you guys are out of your mind? It's clearly Cody Rhodes or this or that. Let us know in comments below and tell us.
Absolutely. I think this is going to be an interesting conversation when I do put this out there and people listen to it, because this is such a conversation that everybody's going to have their own opinions about things. Like, some people are going to do the chalk thing because people like to just go with what everybody else is doing. And then you got people that are against the grain. And then you have people who are very, very tapped in and have their own opinions, and they'll go ahead and really do the research and go ahead and have this analysis. So there's different ways of going about this. There's no wrong answers, really. It's just more about how you view the thing and, what your reasoning behind it. Whatever your reasoning is, whoever you select, just have a reason as to why. And don't just say this person Okay, great. But why? Why is that your guy or girl?
I can't tell you how many times I preach things like that on the other podcasts that I've hosted over the years. I mean, like, I love it when people disagree with me.
Yeah.
As long as they say why. Because if you say, oh, no, you're wrong, it's this, and you leave it at that, or you're wrong, it's this because this guy sucks. It's like, no, that's not like, no, what is the reason?
Yeah.
And whether I agree or disagree with the reason, I love seeing I disagree with you. Here's my reason why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
It creates good debate. You know what I mean?
And good dialogue and good conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how we're gonna leave this, Josh. This was a great episode because it's different. Like, it's like sometimes I think we should do maybe some episodes like this more often where we're taking a step back from what's actually happening and just kind of assessing maybe, big moments of the month or whatever it is. We'll figure something out because
for our next one, in January, we'll have that because we're going to have like our 2026 prediction hot take thing. So
I think that's going to be a fun show. I think that's going to be a very, very fun show just because there's so many potential men and women that are going to be able to maybe step up, and I'm gonna create some storylines. We have some time. I'm gonna create some storylines, and I'm gonna have it ready. I'm gonna have some names. I'm gonna have I'm gonna have some structure. It's gonna be great.
I can't wait because I, like pretty much all of these, will have nothing prepared and just go. And I'm just gonna go and see what the hell happens.
I'm gonna book out my entire year. This is how it's gonna go. This is storyline. This is all of it. All of it. All right. My man, enjoy your Christmas. Happy holidays. To everybody out there. Happy holidays.
Happy New Year. We'll be back in January.
We'll be back in January to discuss our, 2026 early on predictions of what we think is going to happen. So until then, stay safe, stay cool. Peace.